Hi, we are Carlota
Mario,
Albert.
and Julia.
and today we are going to present you the life of farmers or peasants in the Middle Ages. How they dressed. As in Roman times, clothing changed according to the wealth of the people. They dressed in the clothes that the women made with the materials that they got themselves, often wool. They also used to wear belts because they had to be crouched all the time, so wearing them would not hurt their kidneys. Women wore long dresses down to the feet of several layers tied at the waist. The latter had the function of an apron. His head was covered with a cloth. The men. The men wore tunics over their knees and stockings that covered their legs. Because it was a cold time, they also wore several coats, and they used to cover their heads. The shoes were made of leather or esparto. What did they eat? The staple food was the bread that was accompanied by another type of product called companagium. Pork and sausage were the main accompaniments as well as poultry and game. Milk, cheese, and butter would play an important role in the diet along with legumes, vegetables, and fruits. Most consumed: cabbage, beans, peas, lentils, turnips, apples, cherries, plums, strawberries, and pears would be the most consumed, while fish did not occupy a decisive place, except in times when religion required carnal abstinence. Drinks. Wine was the favorite beverage in the Mediterranean area, while beer was the most consumed in Central and Northern Europe. Water, apple juice, and meat would complete the drink chapter. The peasants were self-sufficient and had a very low standard of living, ate poorly and had no medicine. So there were many diseases and people were not very forty. Many people died at the age of 40.
Groups of peasants. In the Middle Ages, more than half of the population were peasants, and most lived in a fief and worked for the Lord. There were two groups: serfs and free peasants. The serfs worked for free and couldn't leave the territories of the Lord. The work of serfs passed from parents to children. They also couldn't marry or have relationships without the permission of the Lord, who often denied it because they considered it a distraction. But when he needed someone who took care of his lands when the current serf was dead, that's when he wanted the serfs to have successors. Not only did they take care of their land, but they also did the housework for them, free of charge. The free ones could leave the territories of the Lord if they wanted. They had little land they could be mistreated, paid for, or even imprisoned if they disobeyed or betrayed the food.
Obligations. The serfs cultivated the lord's lands and did the master's houseworks. Worked free of charge for the lord. The free laborers worked the fields and paid the lord's rents, had the rest of the crops, and paid thits to the church. What they received in return. The only thing the serfs did was to protect the Lord and get some food in the return. In the free ones received the money they managed to collect from their crops.
Curiosities of the time. Their work went from parents to children, as we already said. So a lot of kids they were condemned to a life of abuse and son to son. Work just became of who their parents were, with no choice but to find or have dreams. They rebelled and demanded better conditions. And when this happened, they had to affront the consequence the Lord punished to them. In a peasant family, beginning in secret with another woman who was not your partner, began to be called putting the horns. Poner los cuernos. And then there was a thing called red dakusha or fuck. That this was when the Lord had sex and raped the daughter of the serf because he wanted to do. Fuck means fornication and then the coercion of the king. The end. We hope you like it. Bye!